All right, everybody, so now we're down to the point where we're really starting to see it dial itself in. Definitely getting to the point where I'm going to want to go ahead and go in there and start retexturing that area that we had worked by doing a little bit of wet sanding and polishing. I'm a fan of that on stretched dents. There's a lot of times most folks wouldn't even notice some of the little ripples and waves right here, but I like mine to look real smooth and clean. So we'll be putting a little bit of paper on that. And, be careful if you decide to do any type of finger sanding whatsoever is what I'm doing here. I've been doing this for years, so I know exactly how far I can go with it. And I'm actually using a piece of sandpaper that's 2000 grit and literally has probably been used 2,000 times. So it's very, very easy on the finish. I like to buff things out by hand. You got to put a little bit of elbow grease into it, but a little bit of hand polishing can go a long way and clean that finish up real nice. I kind of jumped ahead on the video there. I probably polished on that thing for a couple minutes, but now you can see the difference of the texture on that panel. Now it's not perfectly done yet, but that little bit of wet sanding did begin to expose some little lows that are evident that I couldn't see prior to it. Kind of look more like a little textured area opposed to a couple little nice lows. You'll notice that when you do that wet sanding, it cleans your canvas a little bit. And now I spotted a crown down there at the bottom, and we're doing a little bit of blending here. And this is where I'm looking through the camera while I'm using this blending hammer. So I'm not looking at the panel with my eyes to the panel. I'm actually looking through the LCD screen of the camera because I want you to see what I see. Now here's a little view of exactly what I do when I stand way, way back, and I'm trying to get my head as far away as possible so I can see that subtle wave in the panel. So there we go, kind of showing you there what we got going on as far as that lower crown. And I spotted some little mishits that I made with the hammer, and we're going to have to go in and dial them little spots. Going to have to dial them little spots in. At this point, I'm going right back into sending that whale tail right up in there and pushing them out. I'm kind of going to be pushing the surrounding area as well. There's other couple little lows that I begin to notice while I'm in there doing some push work. But as you can see, I'm trying to hit right on the money as far as that little low right there. And now we're going to go ahead and go into a knockdown session and take a look and see exactly how it looks. Let's go ahead and tap out that little high, and it's going to blend out rather nicely. Going to go ahead and go back in and just hit that spot right there. You can see that I tapped it out a little bit and there was still a little low there. And now going in for some finishing work. Just kind of, this is when I'm actually doing more of a finish blending. I'm looking all the way across that panel and just trying to find little bitty micro highs and little bitty lows, and I'm going to tap and blend each and every one of them out. So there you have it. Showing you right here exactly what the finished product here is looking like. And this right here is in the light. It's definitely, I would never call a dent like this absolutely flawless, but it's definitely was something that the customer just absolutely loved. Now, if you take a look at this here in the natural, it'll give you more of an idea of what a client or a customer is going to be looking at on a repair like this. This gentleman was very, very picky, and this right here is normally what they're going to do with their head. They're going to take it down and look at it from all these reflective angles. They're going to look at natural reflections. And as you can see there from the big old dent we had, it is it's definitely good enough for me, and it was absolutely good enough for him. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this tutorial here, And that is a body line repair on a 2012 Dodge Challenger.